If we don't learn from history, we're destined to repeat it. Now, I fear that's exactly what's happening right now in this stare-down between Iran and Israel. It appears that Barack Obama is Neville Chamberlain to Benjamin Netanyahu's Winston Churchill. One man thinks we can reason with maniacal killers. The other knows that playing with a snake leads to snake bites. Now, for those who think that this is just some mere political gamesmanship, I assure you that while it might be for the White House, for Israel, it is most certainly not. The president has often spoken of his familiarity with Muslim countries for having spent some of his growing up years in them and having family members who are Muslim. I visited in numerous Muslim countries myself, including Egypt and Jordan, Kuwait, Iraq, Afghanistan, Turkey, Syria, Lebanon, Pakistan, and some brief stops in Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. I confess that my experience with Muslim countries, while reasonably broad, is not as extensive as that of President Obama. But then his experience with Israel is nowhere close to mine, me having made some 20 trips there, many of them extensive, dating all the way back to 1973. He's visited once, very briefly, for about a day, mostly to Jerusalem when he was a candidate, and even then spent part of that day meeting with Palestinian leaders. Now, I say that because I understand something that I truly don't think the president does. That is that Israel is not fighting for a few extra acres or even square miles of real estate. It's not in a battle to get more foreign aid from us or to protect its exports to the United States. It's not merely fighting for its life as a sovereign nation and to protect its economy, its borders, or its way of life. It is literally fighting for the very existence of the Jewish people. Jews have been hunted and marked for annihilation for over 2,000 years. Within the lifetime of many of the present-day Jews, the painful memories of the Holocaust are still firsthand for some of the survivors who are still alive. Many Israelis are one generation away from parents and relatives who were murdered in an attempt to do what Iran has vowed it will do, wipe them from the face of the earth. Having been so close to extinction, no rational person could doubt that Israel has the resolve to deny Iran's mad dog leader to secure a nuclear weapon. Israel has been our only reliable ally in the Middle East. It's the only nation in that part of the world whose democratic government and its liberties come close to mirroring ours. We have far more than an organizational relationship with Israel. We have an organic relationship with them. A threat to Israel is a threat to the United States. When an Israeli soldier is sworn into the military, he or she is taken to the Judean desert fortress at Masada or to the Western Wall for that ceremony. Those soldiers swear their allegiance that Masada will not fall, and the wall, which was there in the time of the ancient temple, will not be lost again. I wouldn't bet on President Obama to stand with Israel, but I would bet my life that Israel will not surrender. It can't. It has no place to go. We can elect a new president, but Israel can't find a new home, and they can't lose the one to which they are biblically entitled. That's my view.